Welcome to This Is Important, a production of iHeartRadio, the show where we talk about what's obviously most critically, crucially important.
Today on This Is Important.
Is it cool if I get a pump in real quick?
Clothing's so fucking dumb, dude.
Tonight on Sneaky Rich Assholes.
Strap in.
And
Oh, happy Sunday.
we're
Wake up!
back.
Do you guys ever go to a monster truck? Okay, you got it? You guys ever go to a monster truck rally? The Sunday shit from back in the day?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah, I did as a kid. Who was that hot shit? It was the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Gravedigger took the reins, but yeah.
Oh, Bigfoot was sick. Gravedigger is a classic.
But Bigfoot was old school. Gravedigger came after Bigfoot, dude.
That's true. Gravedigger had that whole different body type, kind of looked like a hearse a little bit.
I'm like 2 months older than you, Blake. So in those extra couple months, I gained some extra knowledge.
Yeah. You were all Bigfoot, and then all of a sudden, Gravedigger hit the scene. That's my generation. That's
your generation.
Bigfoot had a cartoon. Gravedigger has had longevity. I would equate Gravedigger is the Undertaker as Bigfoot is the Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay. Well, who's Kane? Who's Kane then? Okay,
El Toro. No, that's El Toro.
Oh, my
Wait,
boy
you know
just
a third?
dropped El Toro.
You know a third?
Yeah, come on, man.
I know a fourth. You want to know the real hot shit? Medusa. It was the pink one. Yeah, a girl drove the shit. It was sick as.
A woman or a girl?
It was a young girl. It was a little girl without a driver's license. That was part of the allure. Yeah. Just rocking around in there.
Whee!
Oh my
That's
God.
why it was so crazy. I love it.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. No,
Yo,
I think
that
there's
shit's so loud. When you go to those, they're like, wear earplugs, and you're like, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Wear
I'm fine.
earplugs.
Yeah,
Did you
so
did
loud.
you go recently or
I went a few years ago for a kid's birthday party, and it was at Staples Center, aka Crypto.com Arena.
Tales from the Crypt.
I love going to the crypt on
Yes,
the
sir.
weekends.
Yeah, Gravedigger's home.
And it was so loud.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
I definitely went. I went at, I think it was the Angel Stadium in Anaheim. And actually, the game has kind of changed a little bit. Because when I was a kid, it was just running over like a bunch of like demolished cars, right? There wasn't much to it. Now they do like, and I don't know, it's kind of weak or whatever, but it's like who can do the longest, basically like tire stand on their back, and they like time them for how long they do. It takes more skill.
It takes years to.
Yeah.
to-
What do you mean
to
tires?
hone that in?
What
But yeah, I
does
guess
that
it kind
mean?
of sucks.
So they kind of like wheelie up on their two back wheels, and they just kind of try to stay on
Right.
two, you know?
Right.
Fucking whack.
And then they
dude.
also do racing now as well.
Yes, the racing is tight.
It's a whole different vibe. Like I think the best truck now is just,
They used to do racing.
did they?
Yeah,
They
there
always
was
race.
racing involved.
All I
Yeah.
remember is total destruction.
I mean, racing's not like a new
Right.
thing.
Yeah, they've been
No.
racing since the dawn of time.
It's not like they just came out with. Since like 2010, they like suddenly came up with racing. Racing's been around a while, Blake.
Yeah.
Since the first Olympics.
Yeah, it might be the oldest
They've
sport.
been racing.
Do you
Racing
think
is the oldest sport.
Do you think racing's the oldest sport? But I also remember like whoever was the best, he was like a total like monster bro now. Of course, not monster trucks. I'm talking monster
Energy drink.
Yeah, but he had
I need one of them.
skills. He could do it on he could stand on his front tires.
An
he could
endo?
stand on his back tires. Let's just say I came out of there with some merch, okay? Because their merch game.
Okay, let's say it. Adam, should we say it?
I don't want
Do we
to
say
He
it?
came
can.
out of there with
There is
some merch.
All right, I said
Shut up, bitch!
it. Ah, man.
What's up, Adam? You're rubbing your eyes. You actually look good.
You look
but
like a British hip hop artist.
Yeah, you look like
look
you're
like
on
you're
some
grime.
grime shit.
Isn't
Skepto
it?
over
You look like
here.
a grime
Hey.
artist, didn't it?
Yeah, come on,
well,
brother.
our manager Isaac and
Fire him.
myself. Maybe we fire him after last night. No,
Why
we,
that?
I'm pissed now.
we had to shoot. We shot yesterday, so I worked all day on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's
and,
how we do.
That's how I do.
Straight up the rock.
unfortunately.
Never stop
And
working.
I'm basically the rock. A lot of people say, and then afterwards we celebrated like we won a national championship or something.
Yeah, you're not done. You still have 2 weeks.
We still have weeks to go. We we didn't even go out. There's an STK in my building where I'm staying in. Yeah, it's like a nice steak restaurant.
Yes,
and we go there and we ate at the bar. It wasn't anything like special. And then we just proceeded to we took shots with the bartender. Okay. We took shots just ourselves.
Like specialty shots? Like what kind of shots are we talking? Are we going straight tequila? Or
this guy goes from shots on set to shots at the bar.
Yeah, he never stops shooting.
And then it got a little. Admittedly, it got a little away from us. And I am hungover, and it is 1:15 in the afternoon, and I'm used to getting up at 5 a.m. and I slept until 15 minutes ago.
Hey, what happened?
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, thanks for getting up.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, it means a lot. Just the fact that you fucking showed up to the pod, TII or die, never.
I'm TII or die. Other people that were part of our podcast, maybe they weren't.
Maybe they
weren't. Maybe they died. Maybe they died. We're not sure.
There's no telling.
Oh man.
I have no video evidence of whether some people are dead or not.
And we don't care.
Do we think?
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't. I don't care.
Doesn't affect us.
It doesn't hurt us.
Does it? It doesn't affect us at all.
Never think about it.
Does it hurt?
Do we? Think
I don't look at the screen looking for another window up there with a person in it. I don't.
That it is shady. That that Kyle.
Okay.
Released.
Get this off your chest.
That he released and notes, sort of statement.
Screenshot
statement.
Right.
Is that him or is that his people? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if he's alive.
Right.
Yeah, I did see some comments where people are like, "We deserve more than a notes screenshot," because
I don't know if
people relax. We deserve more.
Well, it does seem like
no, they do. They do.
That is the lowest form of apology in today's society, correct? Is you put your thoughts out on notes, you screenshot it, and then you send it to all your platforms. It's not very personal.
And then it's bye, bitch.
I will say the guy is busy. This is how busy people do it, right?
No.
He's too busy for the
That's
pod.
life.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I'm saying though,
Are you saying he's an asshole?
I'm saying my boy might be venturing into asshole territory, and I'm here for it.
We've covered it. It's bitch and asshole combined. He's both.
Yeah.
He's one of the first people to be both.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Watching him transform into an asshole.
Yeah,
it's like
cool.
an altered beast.
Mm-hmm.
But we did say that as
Oh, that's a good one for the board.
we did say, I got to get that for the board. Holy shit.
Power up.
We did say that as soon as it was just the three of us,
Yeah, we said that.
the pod was going to really take off.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden last week, everybody's like, you guys were the number one pod I listened to? I think it made the numbers jump.
Yeah, for sure.
Our Spotify rankings were insane.
Well,
Right.
last week we were like number 15 in the world as
What?
far as pod. Yeah. So I don't know.
In a category or just period?
No, in period, I think.
Absolutely
And if
true.
not, definitely a category. I don't know. I didn't check it myself. Someone told me once.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was very, very, very cool to see us as number one on a lot of people's Spotify podcast list. TII Nation really representing for us. It felt nice.
I think it had a lot to do with Kyle leaving that we were people's number one podcast that they listened to all year. I think that it has to. I'm great at
not a
math
coincidence.
and good at just
The thing you're doing now?
understanding stuff. So
yeah,
I wonder,
absolutely.
do you think we've gotten any arugaloid converts who stayed and all of a sudden they've got to pick a new car? Racer, to circle back to the eldest sport.
Yeah, they were Bigfoot people. Now they're switching to Medusa. I think it's possible. I think it's possible because what are you going to do? You're just going to leave the pod?
Hey, slide into Blake's DMs if you've switched.
I think what we're learning is that the arugaloids, the numbers just weren't there. There was a few people ironically being
and they're
arugaloids.
wishy-washy.
Yeah, and they
Came
right over.
Arugaloid. Honey,
They're
you don't
ironic
understand
arugaloids.
it. I'm making this sign as a joke. I'm going to hold it up and screenshot it.
I was kind of tossing around the idea of, because it does feel good to have, 4 people on the screen. Do we fill his position? There's a few names that came down is it pipe or pike?
Pike.
Okay,
I've been
down the
saying
pike.
pipe
Not
my
sure what that
entire-
means. Yeah.
My entire life.
Yeah, but what I heard people,
It comes down the pipe.
it would seem that way. I don't know what a pike is.
What is
That
that?
seems like an old word.
A pike is was like
a turnpike?
road. Yeah, turn.
Like a freeway?
Yeah.
It's coming
Yeah,
down
that
the
doesn't
pike.
seem real at all.
No,
Well,
that's fake.
What's cool is that somebody for sure said it first. Yeah, it's coming down the pike. And then someone's like, I'm going to start saying pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should say pipe. And the guy goes, all right, man, I just said it. I'm drunk. Me and my manager were out last night.
Yeah. All night. Well, do we fill his spot? Do we get EG? Do we get Eric?
Who were the suggestions?
I mean, I saw Erik Griffin's name coming up. Montez. That would be kind of cool.
That's a lot of energy. Do you want that in here?
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah, I don't know if we want all that.
Are you sure? Well, Adam, you.
I have a love-hate with EG. Love him. Love his comedy. Hate him as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Come on, Adam.
So yeah, maybe not. I think I'll just. We should just go on his podcast once every year and a half. That's
Yeah.
That's
I've told-
way too often.
I have told the story about the first time I met Erik Griffin on his podcast, where he was like in the.
Oh yeah, tell it now.
Basically, we were. Should I? Do you really want me to?
Yeah, we got time to kill.
I would love that, Blake.
Well, basically,
The fans want to know.
so we were in the writer's room writing season 1 of Workaholics, and this is when we were looking for the characters we had written into the show, and we were holding
hadn't
auditions.
cast yet.
Right, we were. Adam's got titties
Okay.
out,
Adam's
and
rubbing his nipples. Blake, continue.
we were holding audition. Sorry, my.
Adam's
We were
having an
holding
audition.
auditions for the roles in the same building that we wrote the show in, and I had left the writers' room to go to the break room to get probably some string cheese, since we
Snacks.
repped really hard for string cheese.
Yeah.
And freaking
Mootown
Erik,
Snackers.
yeah, and Erik Griffin was in
I'm a
the
Tillamook
break
boy.
room like a day early. His audition was the day after, and you know, Eric, he was just kind of like, "I'm here early." Or you do a great impression, Adam. I'm not the best Erik Griffin impersonator, but he basically was like, "Yo, I'm here a day early, and I fucked up," and I'm like, "Hey, man, it's cool, whatever." And I went back to our writers' room, and I'm like, "I just met Montez."
Yeah.
He's basically a
You did,
Sinbad
before you even
impersonator.
auditioned.
And Adam was like, "Who
Sin
is it?"
worse.
I'm like,
I remember you came in, you're like, I just met Montez. And I'm like, oh shit, who? And you were like, Erik Griffin. And I know Erik from doing stand-up. And I'm like, hard pass, absolutely not. No! I'm going to say the name, no. Because Erik is, I've become really good friends with Erik.
"Go off."
But Erik is a total asshole, you know?
He's super nice. What?
He's super nice. He's super nice. But when you're coming up in stand-up,
He's a bitch.
he was just like really mean.
What?
What?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
mean?
was-
That is not what I
Are you
expected.
saying, like, was he like checking you kind of thing? Like that kind of comedy guy? Very nice. Like, just trying to like push you just to test you?
Yeah, no, he's like the sage old vet.
Right.
And he would
Really?
always treat me like the rookie.
Well, because he was
Really?
nervous.
It wasn't
he
like
was like,
it wasn't
this guy's
mean,
funnier than me.
You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
like mean or whatever, but he was like he was like, I'm the veteran, he's the rookie. Hey, you know, that sort of dynamic. And so when
Right.
I was like, well, it's my show now. I don't want this guy to come in and treat me like the rookie when I'm the boss. So that was the initial response. But then he crushed
the boss.
his I'm the boss.
So you wanted to exact revenge on him. You wanted to be like, "Oh, you should have been
Well,
nicer
and I
to me."
have for a decade now.
So that
Yeah.
is the origin. That's where all the malice comes from?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Absolutely.
the tables have turned. This guy
But then
keeps
he
tabs.
crushed his audition, and he was super funny, and has become a great buddy of mine.
A household name.
Yeah. Why is stand up like that? Why are people so cutthroat and mean to each other in stand up and not uplifting at all?
Because stand-ups are
Well,
angry,
you have to
angry
be
loners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I think yes, stand-ups are angry loners, and it's such a. You have to be
cutthroat.
a little bit of a egomaniac, and even to want to do it, where you're like,
Sure.
what the shit that I'm saying is important enough to go on stage. So there's levels to it.
That shit's important.
There's people that are pretty chill and cool, and then there's Erik Griffin.
Who's the chillest and coolest? Who's the person Who's the person you met right off the bat? That you were like, oh my god, they were so cool for no reason. Didn't have to be.
I mean, there's a lot of people like Sarah. I feel like the more successful you get, it's always when you're first starting out that everyone is just total maniacs because they're just sort of elbowing their way in. But like Sarah Silverman was super cool.
Right. That's it.
Like. Yeah, basically that. Drew Carey was really, really cool. Really
David
nice.
Tell was really cool.
David
we talked
Tell,
about how he bought us a drink and that.
Yeah, and wanted us to leave him alone.
Did we talk about how Drew Carey?
I used to jerk off in plants with Louis C.K. Me and him used to do that together.
Okie dokie. Did we talk about how Drew Carey during like the writer's strike in the aughts, 2000?
I'm trying to cancel myself.
6 or something.
Get ahead of it.
He had a running tab at what's the fucking restaurant?
Swingers.
Was it Swingers?
Yeah.
Was it Swingers? Yeah.
It
or
was.
Bob's Big Boy, too. I think it was Bob's Big Boy and Swingers.
And Carl's Jr.
Open tab.
And sure, if we're just naming restaurants now.
And if you had your Writers Guild card and you showed it to the person at the register, your meal was comped. Because like people were out of work, da-da-da-da-da. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, that is fucking cool. That's a flex.
Drew Carey's the fucking
Yeah,
man.
he basically did that to be like, this is my town, bitch. Yeah, he's an asshole. You heard it here first.
That's an asshole move.
That's a flex.
It's a dick measure.
What a dick.
Oh, you're gonna pay for my meal? No, you're not.
Well, he's sneaky like the richest motherfucker of all time.
Oh my gosh. Like his
Over Elon Musk?
Yeah, more so
close.
than the Bezos boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Drew Carey is an empire, dude. He's got an island and everything.
Yeah. And his sneaky money is just from the Drew Carey show / Price is Right?
Drew Carey show, stand up,
yeah.
and then Price is Right now.
The stand-up money is sneaky, by the way. I don't know if people at home know how sneaky the stand-up money can get.
It's so sneaky.
It's quiet.
If you got those arenas.
It'll sneak right up on you.
Big, and you don't know it's there.
Well, yeah, you don't have to pay anybody. Like when bands go on the road, they have to pay like sound techs and roadies,
pyrotech,
and tons of pyrotech,
and split it 4 ways,
and then split it how many people are in your band. You got to divvy all that up, and so it doesn't come out of the wash as clean as that stand-up money.
That's fucked up to think. Like the bigger your band is, like the more you got to pay out. Like that must.
Yeah, no wonder why fucking Grateful Dead and the String Cheese Incident are just doing 11,000 shows a year.
How many people are in their band? By the way, they are the richest, but how many people are in their bands?
Lots of merch.
It seems like 100.
Like 12.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like huge band, like Slipknot's really big. They have a guy who like hits a trash can, and that's just his job. You got to cut that guy at some point.
Real quick sidebar. I was in Alabama. Real quick sidebar. Watching Fox News in the gym on the TV, and
as you do,
dude from Guar, a guy from Guar came on to like comment.
Was he in full regalia?
Oh yeah, they were like,
"What?"
Dude, I shit you not. I was
Wait,
like, what
he
is
was
this?
wearing the outfit?
Guy, whatever the dude's name is from Guar. We're all
odorous,
fans. We all love
it's
Guar.
Like odorous flatulence or something. I don't know. They have funny names.
They eat people on stage. It's a lot of fun to watch.
What was the topic? Were they like,
I mean, the sound was
we
off.
were gonna storm the Capitol, but fucking, we had a gig, dude.
They would have recognized us.
Hang on, wait a second. So he was on Fox News.
Yes.
Dude, I thought he walked into your gym in full regalia.
Hey, brother.
I was so
Can you spot me?
No,
you're going to
I
eat
thought
me.
he just like walks in, like he has a show there, and he just like
God.
swung
Yeah.
by the gym to like
They're doing
check it
punks
out.
again. And,
Yeah.
Is it cool if I get a pump
Guar's
in real
hosting
quick? Cool
we
if I
were
get a
watching
real
you.
quick pump in?
No,
Is it cool if I turn it to Fox News real quick?
Guar dude is on Fox News, not in my gym in Alabama.
Okay, all right. Hey, that makes a lot of sense.
Both, by the way, preposterous.
What was he?
I don't know. The sound was off.
I mean, it must have. I can only. It's just like gas prices or something. We got to get out of the Middle East, man.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. The Guar on drugs? I don't know.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Yes,
hold on. I got to find my
points.
points, but.
Yes,
Guar on
Gotta be a
drugs,
little
dude.
quicker, Beezer.
I'm sorry. It's
But
early.
anyway, sorry. Yes, band's expensive, but the sneaky stand-up money. When you find out that like, who's dude who has the Old black dude in Vegas has a residency. Sneaky money.
Witherspoon.
No, he's dead.
R.I.P.
John Witherspoon's
He's
dead. Looks like
he's
Balrog from
Seinfeld's
Street
buddy.
Fighter.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's Seinfeld's buddy.
Looks like
Looks
Balrog.
like Balrog.
Yeah.
What? I cannot
I'm
summon that.
blanking on his name. I have it. If I wouldn't have had
That dude.
38 whiskey drinks last night, I would know it.
But like,
Wait.
and didn't your homie Taylor Williamson who's the guy who like drinks
Ron
White? Ron
Yeah.
White. He like drove Ron White to the airport
Tater
all the time
salad.
in his
yeah, he would.
Rolls Royce and shit.
Taylor would get paid like $500, which especially like when we
sneaky
were
money.
when we were when we were like 19, 20 years old. That's a fortune, obviously,
Yeah.
And so like that
I'm
can
sure.
make
Fuck,
your
dude.
month. And he'd get like $500 to drive up to Santa Barbara and like bring his car down to LA because he was like catching flights and just wanted
Jet
his car
setting,
to be
sneaky
there.
stand-up money.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Sebastian's number one right now. I think he makes like 15, 20 million a year.
Oh, that
Dude,
dude
he's
is
doing
cashing out.
Nuts.
He just did
Let's go.
he did 4 different stadiums in New York, night after night after night after night, all sold out. Like Barclays and then Madison Square
Crazy.
Garden, wherever the fucking New Jersey Devils play. And then he's
Good
gonna do
for him.
back-to-back sold out shows at the United Center in Chicago.
Holy
It's cool
fuck.
seeing all these guys
What?
like truly blow up because I mean
Truly.
those were the guys that were sort of the guys that were next up when I first got to LA.
Right.
Like they were
Right, they were guys being
there was
dickheads,
like
too.
Los Angeles.
no, they
for
were
those- for those at
they were
home.
all pretty cool. Sebastian was cool. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know him all that well, but you could just tell he was still like working as a waiter somewhere. He would talk about it.
Yeah,
in
he
his
worked at
act.
the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills or something like that.
Something like
Ooh.
that. And he would
Yeah.
talk about that in his act when he was getting up at the Comedy Store. And to see him be like the biggest star in the world is pretty cool.
It is nuts. But by the way, it's nuts, but also sneaky.
Sneaky money.
It's nuts, but sneaky.
Mhm.
It's really sneaky money, guys.
Like I know I said they were what I say, angry loners, but
yeah,
they turn into sneaky rich people.
sneaky rich assholes.
Sneaky
It's crazy.
tonight on Sneaky Rich Assholes.
I'd watch that.
Damn. Did
Yeah.
you guys ever have to do like? I was just remembering. Did you guys ever do like odd jobs, like you were talking about Taylor, like driving up and for $500, which sounds like a freaking dream gig back then? Did you have to do
Yeah.
like? I remember TaskRabbit. Did you ever get to the point where you were just picking up weird ass side jobs like that? Like I
Well,
remember going to somebody's garage
we
and like
were-
building a shelf.
You were a TaskRabbit?
You were tasked?
Yeah, yeah.
As
I
like
did
an
a
experiment?
TaskRabbit. No, I as I needed to pay rent.
Can you imagine you need to get some furniture built and Blake
Blake
shows
shows
up? Sorry I'm late. It took me 4 hours to find your place.
Yeah.
what I mean?
I drove the wrong way down the freeway.
I didn't bring tools. Did I need some? Okay, yeah.
My bad. I thought I could just screw the shit in by hand. That's all cool. No, all it really was, I remember just like building people's IKEA furniture.
How did you
Wait,
find
I don't.
them?
How
Before
did I not
TaskRabbit.
know this about you? I mean, I was living with you at the time that you were doing this, correct?
Sneaky.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
But you
making
were an
me
angry
sick.
loner, Adam. So
I was
you-
busy being an angry loner.
Yeah, you didn't give me the time of day, man. You don't remember how poorly you treated me? Just didn't even look in my direction. Never asked me how I was doing.
Yeah, how do you think
That
all
is
that furniture
bullshit.
in your fucking apartment got built, man?
Yeah, man.
No
You
respect?
TaskRabbited me.
That's the exact
That's how you-
opposite. When
how
we
you
were
moved
roommates, I wanted to hang out with Blake all the time, and he just wanted to count his change sitting
Mm-hmm.
cross-legged on his bedroom floor. That's all he wanted to do.
I did. I definitely did.
I'd come into his room. He was always
Counting
counting
change?
his. Yeah, he was always like
Tips?
counting his like pennies and nickels.
Yeah, well, you know, I had like a little what do you call a coin jar or whatever. Remember when you would get the fucking Sparklets like water jug and try to fill it with change?
we talking
People do that
Coinstar
anymore?
action here? We
I
back
know-
to
Well,
it?
that's the thing. You didn't use Coinstar. Coinstar takes a fucking cut, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Just take it to Coinstar. They'll count it
Hell
for
no.
you. And I'm also like, even the bank will count it for you.
Right.
No. You buy sleeves. You count them
Yo,
out in stacks.
you're
You
insane.
fill the sleeves.
Time
no,
is
I'm
money.
not about to give Coinstar what they
You
take.
don't
like,
have to go to. You just go to the bank.
Nah, not a big ass Sparklets jug.
Actually, I think the bank might charge you too.
He did. He didn't trust.
Not a
he didn't-
Sparklets jug. They're not gonna count my whole Sparklets jug.
They just put it into a machine. They pour it into a
yeah.
thing. It's not like some poor woman has to sit back there and count penny by penny like you do on your bedroom floor.
Yeah.
Hey, also, I
anyway.
didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
It was between task rabbits.
Blake's very he's a tactile person. He
But-
likes the smell of the coins on his fingers.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
when you say that about me, I'm not giving you the time of day. I would always come in. I'd be like, hey, let's go do something. I mean, we even dated roommates.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't shake
So
you.
I wanted, like when we would, and the only reason I dated that girl was to get closer to you, right?
Wow.
Stop.
Perfect.
Zip it.
I just want to be closer to you, dude.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
Dude,
I
was
never
just
got sick of Blake. Blake immediately was like, he'd go like, hey, are you going over to their house tonight? And I'm like, yeah, you? And he's like,
Then no.
then no.
I gotta count my coins.
I'm just gonna sit
Dude.
here. Fuck, he's a
Carpooling to our girlfriend's house.
I mean, you
That's
save on
weird.
gas. Smart. You guys have always been ahead of the curve. Always been sneaky.
So TaskRabbit. So I did not know. I thought TaskRabbit came after we had done the show. I could also see Blake.
It did. Blake
Yes.
was doing Craigslist or something.
It must have been Craigslist then. I would like go down the thing and it would say, we'll pay you.
I could also see Blake. We did season 1 of Workaholics, and Blake being like, "Well, I'm going to pick up a few TaskRabbits."
Right.
The
Yeah, this
jobs
is-
were usually easy and you get a good story out of them. It'd be kind of fucking sick to
Well, what is
re-enter.
Blake, what's one story?
What? Name one. Name
You fucking idiot. And
Name
you know,
one.
I got plenty of
Hey.
real things that'll
Name
just have
one
you
good
rolling
story,
on
dude.
the
It's a
floor.
Name one good story that came out of this. Dude.
Yeah, dude, I was
plenty.
like,
There's plenty.
I was in this garage and I like put this bookshelf together. And the girl turned out to be just this girl. It was
Uh-huh.
cool, man.
She's like, "Do you want water?" And I was like,
I was
"Okay."
like, wait, is there like something in the water or something? I don't know.
And there wasn't.
And there wasn't. It was just water.
It
So
was
anyway.
just water.
3 hours and $20 later.
No, I never did. Well, I mean, when we first got to LA, I remember me and our old podcast member.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember. Freaking see ya. Freaking see ya.
Kyle betrayed me and
Then he lied, tried to hide. We did like in the middle of the night. It was illegal what we were doing. We
Usually.
would go and break into people's homes and no.
We were cat burglars, essentially.
We would break into people's homes where they're sleeping
And
and
steal
take their shit.
necklaces.
Oh, dude, yeah.
We were necklace thieves.
And then jerk off in their
Jewels.
plants. He was a huge Louis C.K. fan. Our old podcast
Goodbye.
member. No, we would do like we're a street team, which is what we found this.
Oh,
on
I know what you're
Craigslist,
talking about. Yeah.
Where for like. I don't even know what we made. I think it was like zero money, but we had to put up like 1,000 posters of like bands or different movies that were coming out, but not like popular movies. They hire like professional people. This was just like some fucking Craigslist shit. So it was like some independent film that was coming out, and it's us just vandalizing bus stops by putting this posters everywhere.
Well, that
Right.
comes full circle because do you remember when we were at OCC, we would actually steal the posters out of the bus stops? Do you remember when we would do that? Like we would go out on straight
Allegedly.
up missions. Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. And then you kept jerking off in those potted plants.
Uh-huh.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
I like to take news stories from 2 years ago and then rehash them and put them on
Yeah.
us.
By the way,
Actually, one-
wasn't that the other guy? Harvey Weinstein was the guy who did that. Not
Yeah,
Louis
Louis
CK?
C.K. didn't jerk into pots. That was Weinstein's
Oh,
movie.
was he?
There's so many to
Yeah.
keep straight now. It's like, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I feel like Louis C.K. was jerking off in front of girls, right?
Different than potted plants.
Yeah, but
Those are
probably a potted plant was close.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Okay. Sorry.
I'm saying he didn't not jerk off in a
Yes,
pot.
I'm so sorry.
Something might have landed in a potted plant.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
you never know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Adam, were you there the one night? There was actually a mission
You
we
weren't
had
shooting in the
OC
gym?
in OCC. Like there was a night. How do I say it? Wiener Schnitzel. I got freaking grilled thanks to you guys. The snitch.
I like how you say it. Go ahead.
There was a huge they had this huge banner on the side of the snitch's roof it said like Wiener Mania. It was like, it must have been fucking 30 feet long. And one night
and you're like, I have to have that in my bedroom.
I mean, yeah, that's gold.
Yeah, and we rolled up to it at like, I want to say 2:30 a.m. and we hoisted each other up onto the side of the roof and actually pulled it down and stole it and got it back to Teddy and Kyle's apartment, and they had it up in their house.
For that, no.
I don't know
man.
who Kyle is.
Yeah.
Wait, so you got a 30-foot long Wiener Mania poster?
Yeah, I wish we had a picture of it, but that was the other thing that was
Did
weird.
you fold the end back so it just said Wiener Man?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So when you entered the house, you knew what was happening. But that's what was weird. We would like,
Wait, what was that?
Yeah, wait, what's happening?
Wieners, man.
You better not bring no pot of plants in here.
Yeah,
69 dudes!
All you dudes just jerking off at potted plants and stuff.
Well, that's what was weird. Like, we legit stole like Harry Potter posters, fucking Lord of the Rings posters, like these huge, and they're humongous. They're bigger than they appear to be. Like when you get them on a
Larger than life.
yeah, when you get them on the wall in your apartment, they're
shocking.
fucking big. But we
Yeah.
I remember that.
Unbelievable.
No, but we didn't flip them. We should have eBayed that shit. You could make a fucking grip on those big ass nerd posters.
Yeah, you
kidding
should
me?
have. You should have definitely put the thing that you stole on the internet and got money for it, and that wouldn't get you any trouble.
Yeah.
Dude.
What you need to do is just take some time, get yourself a potted plant, and
Hold up.
And you know the rest.
you know the
I had a
rest.
weird been in LA too long serendipitous situation the other day where my brother he lives in LA. He works at this like super fancy rich person furniture store.
But this
right?
is recent story.
Yeah, this is like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I hadn't been there, and I was like, I got to check it out. And so I'm in there looking at all these crazy things that are like, $15,000 fucking end tables and shit, and wild boar heads, whatever.
Cool.
And I'm like, and this is regarding us having weird jobs, and I'm looking around the place, and I'm like, yeah, this is fucking cool. This is crazy. And he goes, yeah, it used to be a nightclub. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, what? He's like, did you used to go there? And I was like, no, but like, you guys know John and my other homies who are like painters and shit and like graffiti dudes. They got hired to paint the like murals in this nightclub in like 2004 and brought me in to do some like extra painting and shit around it. And I was like, this used to be called the Highlands nightclub. I fucking painted this mural here, and now it's just some totally
still up?
No, it's totally revamped. But I was like having crazy flashbacks, and he was like, "Oh shit, yeah." And I was like, "Now you work here? I've worked in this space before, and now my own blood, my brother, is working here too."
My brother.
Dude. That's some LA shit, dude. It
But
just
yeah,
keeps
weird. You
evolving.
take weird jobs where your buddy goes, "Want to paint a nightclub?" And you go, "Sure, for sure."
I'd buy a $15,000 boar head from Oli. That's probably
the
good.
boar heads are way more.
That's a good gig for him. I could see somebody
It
just
is.
buying some really dumb shit from your brother.
Dude, get this. I buy what would be, I guess, like by and large expensive furniture.
Okay,
But then there's
go
a
off.
whole other level
Go off,
where
King.
like this place, you essentially come in and you go, I want that. And you can rent it in your room to like at home. Like they bring it to your house and you rent
To
it
see
weekly
if you like it.
for like $20,000 a week to see if you like it. Depending on how much you got.
Wait,
But
so
like,
is this? Because I know they do that for like if you're trying to sell your home, you can like stage it with furniture and rent it for a time being. It's not going to be there forever, but it's not that. It's like just seeing if you're comfortable with it in your home and you like it.
Exactly. And if you don't like it, you can send it back, but you have to pay to rent it.
So you have to have sneaky
insane.
stand-up money.
Yeah,
in
you
order
gotta-
to
Sneakiest.
Your money has to come in real sideways. You got to have some super sneaky, sneak up on you type cash.
Like trying to get through sideways money. Yeah.
Like straight up TaskRabbit goat, like just tons of them.
Yeah. You got to be like that lady at Netflix who packed the most DVDs into the sleeves faster than anybody else kind of money for sure.
That's fucking crazy. If it costs that much to rent it, so that furniture just is insane. It's just an insane amount of money.
It's crazy. I was like, well, this is a comfortable chair. And you looking like, this is $35,000 for just like a armchair.
It's so wild how like there is that jump. Like you can think you're successful or you make a lot of money or whatever, but like when it's like clothing or furniture, there's just some like elite level shit. Dude. Yeah, like fucking like you're spending so much goddamn money.
Mm-hmm.
There was that store. I don't know if it's still there, but it was next to the Improv. And
Double RL. I was just in there the other day.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, but go ahead.
Yeah,
there you
go. And I would go in there when it first opened up. I was still working at the Improv.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go in there and just be like, oh my God, what if I ever make money, like I'm going to come in and buy some shit. And then a few years ago, now I have money and I can't afford, I made money. And so I went in and I'm like,
sneaky stand-up money.
I made that sneaky stand-up money. And I went in and I was like, I'm going to buy some shit. And I looked around and I still balked. I was like,
no.
Look at a T-shirt. It was like $90 for a fucking T-shirt, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm fucking out of here. What am I doing?
I was in there just a few weeks ago on the same day I went to go see my brother.
Big day for you.
It was a huge. Well, you know when you have to go, like I'm on the east side, and if you have to go on the west side for something early,
you find
make the whole
a lot
day,
of other shit to do. Yeah,
you're like, I'm gonna just kind of do this. So I went in there. I put on this fucking sweater and I was like, this is fucking sick.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And that's $1,675.
Give me a hell yeah.
This is $1,675. And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, let me slip right out of this fucking Big Lebowski looking sweater.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck that.
Mm.
Fuck that, dude.
It's fucking crazy. It gets so out of hand so quickly. And I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets way more crazier.
Right.
And
that's just like looking, by the way, that's like looking rugged clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's expensive, but like,
that's the whole thing. It's like their shit looks like it shouldn't be that expensive. It looks like something that your dad or your uncles wore when they were like fixing the yard. Like when they're like doing yard work.
You're out there fixing the yard.
I always fix the yard.
Have you had a yard?
I've never had a yard. They're like doing a fucking work outside, and then they come in. They got holes in their shit
from the fixing.
From fucking.
Holy shit! You've been out there fixing the yard.
Well, I mean, the sprinkler system.
Honey, the yard's broken.
The
goddamn yard's broken again.
I've been I got the cleats on. I'm aerating the shit out of this thing. I must have punctured a sprinkler.
I told you it's broken.
I'm fixing the yard. Go to bed. It's midnight. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
What? You just like undid your own joke. Go to bed. What do you mean? It's midnight. That's my point. It's pretty late.
It is late.
Why didn't you just say it's 2 p.m. for your own joke?
I'm fixing the yard.
Hey.
Go to bed. It's perfectly the time to do that.
Dude, you have to go at night. Well, didn't all that shit, but all that shit kind of was, let's be real, it's all trickled down from fucking American Apparel. Or no, not American Apparel. What was it?
Aeropostale?
Yeah, and what was the other? American Eagle?
American Eagle. That's
Do you remember
the one
when
I fucked
everything... When we were in high school, everything was tattered and torn and like, what is it? What distressed as a motherfucker.
I rocked so many American Apparel, American Eagle dungarees in high school. Absolutely.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I would say 100% of Millard South High School in Omaha, Nebraska in the year 2000, 2001, 2002 wore American Eagle dungarees.
Dude, that was in college, the girls' butts, like the jean designs on the girls' butts.
Yes.
It was all American Eagle. Just crazy.
Are you talking specifically pockets or like remember when there was no back pocket?
The pockets, like the design on the pockets. You take the pockets off so you could grip it right?
Girl butt pockets?
That's talking girl butt pockets?
Girl butt pockets is something else, man.
I'm talking girl butt pockets.
Do you remember when girls didn't have butt pockets? They took them off for a second?
Mm-hmm. But it still had the outline from where the pockets were.
It still had the outline, like somebody kind of ripped the pocket off.
I don't remember that.
That was you?
That was me.
Do you remember how they had that look? That was me.
I ripped the pocket.
That was one of your task rabbits. Was
oh boy,
was just ripping pockets off of girl butts.
No sir, I don't.
You could just rip these off. Do you need a water?
Dude, I will
what's
say
in this water, man.
I will say I was always kind of like if I could rock girl style with like out getting in trouble or like being judged by my fucking peers.
No one's gonna judge you.
Those no butt pocket jeans were kind of fire, dude.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Go throw them on now and you'll get like PR about it.
Yeah, right?
You know, people will say like you're brave, you know?
I feel like that's when it was kind of like a low-rise jean. It was dope, dude. That
but also they have purses. Like where are you putting your wallet and your phone?
Do you remember how
really
low the low rise was?
Oh,
Jesus
for men or women?
Christ. I mean, I don't remember it really being a man thing.
It was a man thing.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that. You were more you were more into the designer jean.
No, that was like if you were in like the Black Crows or something. Then you could do the low rise. But other than that, nobody was rocking little
Fever Dog.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember it being a guy thing. I remember just Christina Aguilera's like literally her top pussy was hanging out of her.
Mm-hmm.
You saw top
out of her many pussies, the top one was hanging out.
The top part of the puss.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was like super in to just show your tummy off, dude. It was a time for tummies.
Yeah,
big tummy.
The
face.
lower part of the tummy. I feel like recently it's been like an upper tummy. Like, what is the deal with
super
the
high?
shirts?
You're right. Now
they're
it's
like, look at the
high.
top of the bottom of my ribs above my belly button.
Well, that's
Do
to show
girls
off
not know that's
underboob.
not a good look?
No, I think it's a cool
It's kind
look.
of hot.
I don't mind
What's
it.
okay? What is good about it?
I think what it is its skin. I feel like
fair
any
enough.
amount of
Yeah,
skin.
no, you
is
say no
pretty
more. I get
cool,
it.
I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
You're saying because now girls are kind of wearing the pants way up higher, like almost past the belly button, right?
Right.
Well, you know what I think it is kind of a little bit of a hack. It's almost like when you wear Spanx, like how it kind of like sucks everything in. I don't know. It just makes the form look nice.
And once again, we know chicks.
Dude, we know chicks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, ladies, your form looks nice.
Let's bring the pants back down. Let's get belly chains back. That was another thing I was very jealous of. I wish I had a belly chain without being judged.
Wait, you were
What?
jealous of it?
It got real quiet.
Yeah, man, that's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. Belly chains?
Okay. Yeah, no judgment here, but
It seems like you're judging.
I'm not. There's no judgment here.
No.
Why?
He's full of wonder.
Why?
The more chains on your body, the better.
Okay.
Like, come on. The more you can bling out.
You know, you can't do it, Blake. You live in Los Angeles, a city where if you want to wear belly chains, more power to you. I feel like you live in the city.
Weird, wild stuff.
That you could really do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah,
and people
but
are like,
can
all
I
right.
do- Dude, I think about this a lot. I'm like, can I like truly?
He thinks about it a lot. Continue.
He's always thinking about this.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm constantly on Amazon waiting for the right belly chain to pop up. And they're just not out there. Nobody's producing them.
Right.
No, it like, can you really reinvent yourself like that hard? Where like if I started rocking a belly chain, they'd be like, is Blake really doing this because like his soul told him to?
Have you met anybody from high school that reinvented themselves when you like run into them again and you're like,
but I'm
okay. I see that you picked a lane and you went right down the pipe.
Well, I think you'd have to ease into it. I think you got to start wearing some belly shirts.
I don't know. I think if you just
that's
like
good. No,
I think you
town?
move into belly shirts. Go on jogs, wear like short shorts and like a belly shirt, like as if it's like an
little,
ironic 80s workout type thing.
like a football practice jersey mesh.
There we go. Now
Walter
we're talking.
Payton poster.
And then you do something like you wear like an earring that hangs down or something.
Yeah.
Like
I pierce my ear.
You pierce your
like
ear.
a feather.
And and it hangs down, which is popular now.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, he's doing a thing. And then you move on to
No pockets on my jeans.
You rip them off. You hire a kid to come over to your house and TaskRabbit all the pockets.
I
off
go
your
Insta
jeans.
live. I show him ripping the pockets off my jeans. I show the transformation
And
happen.
then you got to get a nipple pierced because I feel like if you have a belly chain, there's like an 85% possibility that you also have a nipple piercing.
Yo, by the way, Kid Cudi was just like in my news feed the other day, and he goes,
Okay,
Kid
speaking
Cudi
of-
shows off his nipple piercing. And I'm like, this is in my news feed? And it was just like
Well,
an open
it
button
knows
shirt
what you
with his
like.
nipple piercing out. Oh, it knows. Well,
The
it knows
news-
I have a friend who's been thinking about this for a long time.
Dude, that's what I'm saying though. Also with like a dude like me, I'm not making waves like that anymore. There's probably somebody already.
Dudes like you never do.
Dudes like you do, Blake.
There's probably somebody
You gotta
who's-
believe in yourself.
There's somebody
make
well on their
waves.
way.
Maybe you're not even a dude like you. Maybe you're a dude like somebody else.
I'm just
Have you thought
saying,
about
like,
that?
I don't know if belly chains is my lane. Like, Lil Uzi Vert's gonna do it first.
You said it.
Well, you were the one. Yeah, you were the one saying you're the one who brought this up.
You're talking me off the ledge, brother. I'm done.
Hey, I
I'm
tried
just
to
gonna
walk
be
you down
this.
the road to show
Yeah.
you how to
Right, down the pipe. Yep.
I tried.
Walk me down the fucking pipe, brother. Walk me off the
I'm walking you down the pipe.
ledge is what you did. I don't think I got it. I think if I'm gonna like pivot to some other life,
Well, I would say out of all of my friends, you've my close friends, you've taken the biggest swing.
And that's just the two of us.
Yeah, just the two of you guys. It used to be the one that shall not be named, but now he's dead to this podcast.
Freaking see ya.
I'm still a friend of his. But I think you take the biggest fashion swings. You have.
yeah, no,
I think you can.
See,
Now you found your
yeah.
lane, right? With your
What is your biggest fashion swing?
Well, he used to remember all the bedazzled shirts he used to rock.
stop it.
Yeah, I was asking Blake, but I do think it's kind of better if we let him know.
Well, I knew
He was
he
like,
wouldn't
"That was
do
a
it.
swing?
I knew
That was a swing."
I knew he wouldn't bring it up. I knew he
I
wouldn't bring it
didn't
up.
wear bedazzled shit. What was my
Dude,
biggest
you
swing?
wore like Ed Hardy bedazzled fucking rock and roll.
We covered it. It was Ed
No,
Hardy
no, no,
adjacent.
that was a gift. It was a
It was
gift.
affliction adjacent. It was a
okay.
gift from my stepmother. She was awesome.
It was
no,
affliction adjacent. It was just
You know what was
addiction.
kind of a big swing for me, which I was looking back on. I'm like, do I bring it back? I used to rock a fucking bandana headband all the time. Remember that? That was like a large.
bandana headband?
Yeah, like
You mean like
know.
across?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Workaholics. It was like
Can I
became.
tell you something? Not a huge swing. That's just a bandana headband that a lot of people know about. And
Yeah, but I think like if you, I feel like if I just started to rock a bandana headband,
Exactly.
you guys would be like, "Hey,
What is he
What are
doing?"
you doing, man?"
Yeah,
This is
like
way-
every
I'm like
day.
a Bruce Springsteen style, just kind
Dude,
of.
it was
Yeah,
part of my
it's hot out,
everyday.
sweating.
It was part of my everyday. I would put that bandana on.
But you have long hair. It's like a part of holding your hair back and shit.
Sure, but it was also
So it's almost utilitarian.
I think your sparkly shirts were more your wardrobe of sparkly shirts.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing that many sparkly fucking shirts, dude. Chill out.
I gotta dig in the crates and find some old photos.
How many is that many? Did you have one or two?
I had like 3.
Oh, no shit.
3.
It went from 1 to 3. All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
But that was the style. I did find an old photo of myself not too long ago where I was just like, oh, I remember that fucking ugly shirt where it's just like, it was like stitching in it and there was like a skull and like a ship or something on. And I'm like, what the fuck was I wearing, dude?
Adam, you were wearing a treasure map for years, and we just were
Kyle.
afraid to tell you. We were like, he's taking a swing.
Adam,
Let
you
him
were
have
wearing
it.
a pirate costume and you had no idea. You were shopping
I
at a
got a-
Spirit Halloween store and didn't know.
I got a pirate costume for Halloween and I just decided to keep rocking it.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
Yeah,
it
you
was
know,
cool.
I feel like
We thought it was an angle.
we've all eased into our what our styles. I feel like at this point of life, it's hard to take a big pivot.
Can I ask you
now.
guys something?
It
Do,
is.
do you think I've changed my style at all?
No, I think your style
0%.
Yeah, your style has stayed basically
seen-
other
Pretty
than
bad. Your style stayed pretty bad.
It's been terrible.
No,
Like lots of earth tones, lots of like shoes that are kind of casual but can be worn to a nice restaurant. They border.
Mm.
I think now that you have money, you are able to buy nicer shit, cooler shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you always.
It's just the expensive version of what I had.
The expensive version of what you used to wear.
Right.
I mean, I'm basically the same, right?
Yeah.
My shit has.
I mean,
no swings from us.
Like, I don't know. You tried with that leather jacket that one time. And that didn't work out very well.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I would wear a leather jacket, and I found when I wore a leather jacket out, men would try to fight me.
Yeah,
really?
Dude. Yeah, it's a call to arms.
Wait, sorry, was this a leather jacket pre-money or post-money?
Pre-money. It was
so
like
you got it as like you were like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna get this leather jacket, and you got it, and then
no, it was a thrift store leather jacket. I liked it.
Very nice.
I liked it. It was cool.
You probably had other dudes' pheromones on it. Is what happened, dude. You think about that?
Yeah. The testosterone. They could smell it coming off.
They were like, oh, this guy
hide.
fights, but it was the other guy.
I would go out and like people are just a little more aggro with me, and I'm like, I gotta go back to my cotton shit or my denim dogs, you know, because I'm not trying to have fisticuffs every time I go out.
Was this like a long Donnie Brasco leather trench coat?
Yeah, what kind of leather jacket, or was it like a bike?
The one I'm thinking about it wasn't even like there wasn't studs. It wasn't like I'm trying to be rock and roll or anything. It was a brown leather jacket.
Oh,
like
okay.
Wilson leather.
It was
like a working man.
Yeah, it was. And I just remember it was like multiple times that I'm out that I just felt like people were being a little aggro, and I'm like, it's the jacket.
Can we post a picture of this? Do we know that? Do we have pictures of this jacket?
Yeah, I could dig in the crates and find a pic.
Yeah, we'll post on the day.
Did it have like a fur collar or anything, or was it like one of those bully bombers?
No. And I would rock a hooded sweatshirt underneath it a lot. That's what I was like. I rock the hooded sweatshirt underneath it.
Oh, I remember this.
Right, that was a look too.
Yes, and maybe, I remember this jacket.
And maybe
you were a fucking asshole back then, though.
I was doing
a scrappy little comic.
Yeah.
You were a scrappy little comic. You thought you were the shit. You weren't there yet, and it was like, come on, dude.
I wasn't there, and Erik Griffin had
and
to
you know,
put me
I
in
was
the
just
place.
gonna say, he had to put you in his place.
Thank God Erik Griffin beat your ass behind the improv one.
Vagina shark.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There are certain items that ask dudes just beg to be fought. Belly chains are a sign of peace, but leather jackets, it's war.
I remember wearing a pink polo out in Chicago, and just at least 10 guys in one night were like, nice polo, F.A., you know the rest.
Oh, no.
I'm like, and I was like, it's good to be home. And I had been in L.A., and I came home, and look, pink polo, say what you will. I'm wearing it, okay? I had one on.
What's wrong with wearing a fucking pink
polo?
I'm
sure some people have preconceived notions about whatever. And
pink is punk.
It was like, I was working at Lacoste, getting shirts for essentially free, and I was like, I'm going to rock this fucking pink one. This is sick. And just all night, fucking brutal.
Well, I would say maybe your fashion has changed a little bit because I don't see you taking those swings. I don't see you in like a really bright color that often.
Yeah, you're way earth toned.
Right. So you think happened? They were like, hey, come on, man.
I think they got to you. I think they got to you, and you've bitched out. I want to see you wearing more pink, dude.
I'm not saying I didn't find somebody that night. But I'm saying, but guess what? I'm saying it now. I didn't. Let's be clear. I did not.
Shut up, bitch! And then
hey, let's kick off take backs with that.
A few years ago, I bought a leather jacket. I was shopping with Chloe, and we were in Beverly Hills, and we went into the Gucci store, and and I'm like, okay, yeah, and I see this leather jacket, and it's fucking dope. The leather jacket's sweet, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy this leather jacket. I bought it. It was expensive. I don't know how much it was, but it was expensive.
At least $3,000. Go ahead.
And I was like, I'm
stand-up money.
Sneaky, Dusty, and I got the jacket, and I wore it that night to a basketball game, and then I posted the photographer took a photo of me at the basketball games, and I posted a photo of, to flex on them, and I didn't realize that the Gucci colors are so known. I thought green and red was just like a cool
Christmas Christian thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a Christian thing. I'm just trying to be super
you thought you were repping for Jesus.
Mad Christmas. No, I just thought it was like a cool, like.
Do you love him?
I don't know, color pop or whatever.
No,
I don't know if
that is
fashion works.
Gucci's.
But
Yeah.
evidently it's their thing, and people are like, "Oh, you're a fashion boy now, you bitch!" Like, oh,
You got
Yeah.
checked like nerds at a Chicago bar.
yeah. People are just
Yeah.
like calling me like all fancy, and I've changed and shit. So I literally haven't worn the jacket since.
Well,
Can
that's
I-
the
can I
thing.
have it?
Also, Yeah.
I'll rock
When you
that shit.
dude. That's
I
the
need to wear
other
that
catch,
jacket
though.
more.
When you start to get up into that high end shit, it's like everything kind of comes with this whole new judgment.
Well,
to it.
that's
It's like,
why you got to go to RRL, so people won't even know. They're like, "Look at this fucking dad
Homeless person.
fixing his yard."
That's
Hey,
why you can't
look at
just
this
like
lost camper.
you can't just have one toe in the fashion game, because as soon as you start like wearing shit that everybody knows, now you're on this whole new level of judgment. You just can't fucking win out here, dude.
Dude, you can't win.
Hey,
So just so I guess
chill.
the lesson is wear your pink polo, wear your leather jacket, wear your belly chain, wear some jeans with
Your
the pockets
bandana.
ripped off the butt. Just do you, man.
Well
just do
said.
what makes
I
you
love it.
comfortable.
I love it.
And I think Kyle would sign off on that as
there's
well.
no way-
a big proponent of wearing shit you never should, but just did.
Absolutely. I actually saw a picture.
There's no way to know. Kyle?
I actually, just a cool thing about Kyle, like he bought these like weird ass fucking corduroy like women's
floral
pants a
pants?
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
They're
I straight up
poppin'.
saw him in an Instagram photo last week during Thanksgiving when he was back home. He was still rocking them. He's
Can
had
I tell you
those
something?
for so long.
Those are everywhere now. Those like
Yeah, they're-
floral pants
Dude.
are fucking everywhere.
That's where you got to wear the shit that nobody is on, because
homeless
they will
chic is
eventually-
coming back into fashion, and I think Kyle is going to be a real fashion god once again.
Yeah,
Wouldn't-
I can't
we
wait
wouldn't
to
know.
talk to him.
We wouldn't know.
that
I'd
note-
love to talk to him about it, but he's off the project.
Kyle betrayed me.
Anybody got any takebacks or apologies specifically for Kyle or anyone else?
No, none for Kyle. Give him no takebacks or apologies.
I'm gonna let that hang there for a second.
None for Kyle.
Well, I got a shout out just to the freaking TII Nation, man. It was so cool seeing everybody on those Spotify wrap ups, seeing
was
that we
cool.
were the number one podcast. Like, we really just kind of started this shit during quarantine, and we love doing it. And the fact that
Three of
people
us
love
love doing
listening
it,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, three of us really enjoy it.
Yep.
And the fact that people are liking what we're laying down is very cool. It's very cool.
I might even go out on a limb and say this is the best episode we've ever done.
I would
Yeah,
say
this is up
we're-
there.
Yeah, we're starting to peak. 80,
Yeah.
80 episodes in. How many episodes did we do? 60
I
something?
think this is like 63 and like
Yeah.
8 of them are best of.
Have we done 69 episodes?
Oh, dude.
No,
hey,
we got to 69
we gotta have
each
something.
other,
We
though.
will
gotta
miss
all,
it for
we
sure.
have to
We'll miss
all
it.
69 each other on the 69th episode, and that's
Live.
just coming up in a few.
69 dudes!
I would like to give flowers to our manager Isaac. I was watching some old
He's crying.
videos. Workaholics. Also, flowers to multiple flowers are being given right now.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
The
Here we go.
the Workaholics TV on Instagram, that account. I think it's or Workaholics Daily. Well, I don't. I'm blanking. You guys know that account. They post shit
Yeah.
about Workaholics all the time.
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome, and they just post nonstop stuff. And the other night, I just fell into a little hole, like looking at old clips of like episodes that I've completely forgot about, where I'm like, oh shit, and it just sort of transports you back to when we were shooting those episodes.
Right.
And one of them was a drunkumentary when we used to get just blackout drunk and watch the whole season of Workaholics and do the commentary, which was super fun. And I remember, I listened to it, and Isaac comes in the room, and we start talking about Isaac. We're like, give it up for Isaac, our manager. We're like, he's old as fuck. He's 41 years old. Or I'm like,
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
he's a young looking 40-year-old. And then Isaac's like, I'm 41 now. And the man is 51 now. And we've known him forever.
Wow.
He is still the oldest guy we know, next
He
to Durs.
charges.
And he still
Durs
isn't
pit
afraid
sweat.
to get ridiculously way too drunk with me at a nice steak dinner.
He's the
Yeah.
man, dude.
Isaac
Hey,
Horne.
hey, by the way, shout out to STK. I know Adam says it's whatever. Send me some gift cards. I'm
No,
down. I
love-
actually have had one
I-
of my favorite steaks of all time there.
I love
I have a
SDK.
memory.
I just
love
wasn't-
STK.
I do.
I'm an STK guy.
I love steak, and they make a great steak. And
TGIF STK.
never
what I
Yeah.
was saying, it was the night wasn't supposed to be anything
Right.
big. Like we
Of
just
course,
we
yes.
just walked in and we're like, can we sit at the bar? And we got seats at the bar, and it wasn't supposed to be us just getting wildly drunk. I'm not supposed to be as hungover as I am right now.
And I'm glad you are.
For what was supposed to be last night. It was supposed to be a
Did I
very
tell
chill
you-
night.
You
Did
caught
I
a
tell
stray.
this story on the podcast regarding STK? I went and saw Utkarsh in the Freestyle Love Supreme show in New York.
Oh yeah, and Budkar.
Yeah, and
There we go. Go off.
great show. It's like freestyle rapping, audience participation. It's fucking cool.
And Utkarsh is the
And-
man. He was in Game Over Man with us. He was in Pitch Perfect with me. He plays Dom in Pitch Perfect. And
He's the bunny rabbit and free guy. The
Yeah.
dude's all over the place.
Yeah.
Ghosts on
CBS.
Paramount
CBS.
Plus,
I think CBS.
ABC.
I don't know.
It's on.
Who knows?
It's on TV.
It's on TV.
So
Tubi.
saw him, went to, I was like, fuck, I got to get dinner. And I was filming in the morning in New York and went to SDK by myself, sidled up to a big old steak, ate it. It was fucking delicious. The next day I wake up and I get in the fucking car
He's in your bed.
at 7 a.m. to like go film somewhere in the city. I'm like, where are we going? We pull up to SDK. I was filming at SDK all day and had no
That's
idea.
funny.
I
The
was
same
like-
one?
The exact same one.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I was
hey.
here 9 hours ago. And they're like, what? Why?
You're
to like
yeah,
just research the space? And I was like, no,
just to eat.
thinking and eating.
my character is familiar with the place, so I. Have
But
to
hey,
be
that's the
familiar.
magic of New York City. No
Oh,
take backs
man.
about that place, I tell you.
Yeah, it rocks. I love NY.
No
any
giveaways either.
any flowers or giveaways or takebacks, Blake? Dersey or Blake?
I mean, I just shouted out. I give a shout out to our audience.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. of course. That's you did your part. Shout out to Belly Chains, Blake. No one is stopping you, and I think I know exactly what I'm gonna get you for Christmas now.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to get a lot of belly chain gifts this
Mhm.
holiday.
And I know
If
Adam's gonna send a jacket my way for Christmas. I mean, it's gonna be.
You won't fit in it, dude. It's my size. You're a giant.
Hey, if you
I've
guys,
slender down. I'm Slender Man.
oh come on,
Or
man.
who's this one? The like.
Oh, that damn. I don't know.
I don't know.
Your
I
boobs
just
are
made
huge.
it to you guys at home. My boobs are huge, and I just made a face with the thing that would like pop up
Yeah,
in kids' videos or whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Who
We
was
talking
that
about
guy?
her. I've already forgotten her.
All right, guys. This is another episode. Oh!
This
is
important.